Welcome to this new video on Gran Turismo 7, where I'm going to test a new swap that was added with the recent 1.68 update that just came out. New engine swap. Let me remind you of the principle of swaps for those who aren't familiar with the term. A swap is when you take the engine from one car and put it into another car. And often, it makes cars really fun to drive because they're much more powerful than they would have been with just their original stock engine. So today, we're going to test a new one that was added with this update, a swap that will let us try it out on video. The Daihatsu Copen. I've never made a video about this car, even though almost everyone will drive it at some point in the game, because this car is part of the K-car category, the K-Jidoshas. And there are several events really focused on this category of vehicles, especially the event I'm doing right now. Well, event 1 on the circuit we're on, the Tsukuba circuit. There's an endurance race to do in a car, a K-car type, and the Daihatsu Copen is one of the best cars you can use for this event. So, K-cars. Just as a reminder, these are small Japanese cars with very small engines and very compact dimensions. Currently, it's completely stock. I haven't upgraded or swapped it yet, but we'll test that later. Honestly, it's pretty fun to drive since it's so light, which is an advantage, even if it's not very powerful. It has around 60 horsepower, but it only weighs 800 kilo. I think it's rear-wheel drive, if I'm not mistaken. And on top of that, I think it has a look that has aged pretty well. Back when it came out in the 2000s, it looked a bit weird, but now, honestly, it looks pretty good. So, it gives you a car that accelerates pretty well, even with just 60 horsepower, and it's quite agile. There you go. It's not amazing either, but honestly, it's pretty nice to drive and it doesn't have any major flaws. So, let's go swap it. But as usual, when I make this kind of video, I like to first show you what potential the car has for improvement while keeping its original engine. The engine here, if I'm not mistaken, should be a small 3-cylinder, I think it's a motorcycle engine. Maybe a 600cc, which we can still upgrade in the game, so we're going to upgrade everything. That way, we'll have a car that's pretty much capable of handling a much higher power. A small wide-body kit, plus available aero parts. So, as you can see, I've already bought some parts. Since this car, as I explained, is a car that we all use, almost at least once for the career, to complete the famous event I was just talking about. And that's exactly what I did on my end. However, I never fully upgraded this car. I just customized it a little bit for that particular event. But I never went further than that, so it's going to be a bit of a surprise for me too. In terms of performance, once it's fully upgraded, we'll take the opportunity to put on this kind of rim, which we can't put on every car, because it doesn't always look very good. So if you keep it naturally aspirated and fully upgraded. Besides that, you can reach 103 horsepower for 700 kilos, so 150 kilos saved and almost double the power. And of course, if you switch them to turbo tuning, 150 horsepower isn't a lot. Just like that. It might seem a bit ordinary, but 700 kg is half the weight of most cars we see on the road nowadays. Actually, by optimizing the settings of this car, you can go up to 560 pp. Oh damn, the sound. Yeah, the little engine, it's really spitting. Oh wow, hey, I mean, it's kind of coughing up its lungs, revs up to 10,000 RPM, it's crazy. Oh, the grip it has. But, okay, so it's pretty weird. Because in the image it looks like the car is swaying a lot and is almost about to roll over in the corner. But actually, it's not bad at all. In fact, it holds the line pretty well. It's even better than good. It's really, really good. So we'll see how it handles at high speed. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I didn't know that the Copen, oh man, but it's really good. In fact, it's really ultra precise. The chassis is crazy actually. It weaves through really easily. And above all, what's really nice is that you can feel that the car doesn't understeer or oversteer at all. So it's not being pulled either to the inside or the outside of the turn. It's flying, it's super easy to drive, and it actually accelerates pretty hard. Now, here, I'm using a bit of nitro to help out a little. What kind of gearbox do we have on this by default? A 5-speed 5-speed. I don't think I've upgraded the gearbox. We'll take a look at it later to upgrade it, so at least we can adjust it. But I think it's possible to hit 250 in this, even without nitro. Damn, we're catching up to a Viper, guys. A Viper that has 10 times, well, more than 10 times the engine displacement we have. We've got 600 optimized cubic centimeters, and that one has 9 liters. Maybe even 9.4 liters. No, I'm talking nonsense. It's 8.4 liters of displacement. Well, besides, it puts out 4 times the power we have. It's true that it's pretty funny to be able to compare a Viper with a Copen. Honestly, I didn't know the Copen was that good. It's a really good car. I think for lots of small tracks, it's surprisingly good. And 250 top speed, so it's not that ridiculous either. At least in a straight line. For a car with 550, maybe 600 pp max, that's pretty good. The good news, as I was saying, well, the good news, it's all relative. But the thing is, since update 1.68, we can now swap it. And we can swap it with an engine that's actually pretty cool. Since it's the engine from the RX-7, and I think it's the engine from the RX-7, Spirit R. I don't think it's the one from the RX-7 that was added with update 1.68. There's a new RX-7 that's less powerful than the Spirit R, but it has other customizations, and it's also really cool for a lot of other reasons. You can push it to over 1,000 horsepower, making it a monster. In the meantime now, we can swap it with the RX-7's engine. So, how much horsepower do we have now? 297. And after that, we'll be able to upgrade some of the parts again. So that's pretty cool. I'll also take the opportunity to install the transmission. Damn, I didn't even put on the suspensions. I didn't realize I hadn't even installed the sport suspensions, and the car was already handling insanely well. There you go. I think it'll be a missile. That gives us 600 horsepower. Almost 600 horsepower for 802 kilos. And wait, did I put the cooler on? Racing? Yeah, I did. I didn't put the anti-lag. But yeah. 633 pp. 600 horsepower. 802 kilos. I didn't put the clutch on either. Wow, I wasn't paying attention. Later, it should be pretty good. Let's test this and then let's see how it goes. Oh, is it? Is this thing even going to be manageable, huh? Well, listen, it seems okay. But I can feel it spinning the tires a bit though. Let's not kid ourselves. When it comes to acceleration, it's still a car that has some dead spots, actually. So, in the game, since we can't increase the tire width infinitely either, I think that's kind of what's holding it back. Dead spots and a small tire width. So obviously, that leaves a pretty thin strip of tire to handle 600 damn horsepower on 2 driven wheels. But on the other hand, it's incredible, really. As for handling, I didn't know this car was so sporty. I've already played it on plenty of games. Obviously, it's a car we've had for years. On Gran Turismo. It must go back at least, if I'm not mistaken, to Gran Turismo Tokyo Geneva Concept, which came out, if I'm not mistaken, between Gran Turismo 3 and Gran Turismo 4. Around that time anyway. It's a car we've had on Gran Turismo for years. And it's true that I never had the chance nor the desire to fully upgrade it until now. And it's true that it has a great chassis, actually. It brakes really well. It obviously accelerates very hard. With 600 horsepower, I think reaching 300 km/h is definitely doable. On the other hand, it still spins the tires even in 3rd gear. It spins them, and it spins them hard. And it takes a long time to get the grip back. So, plus, we're in a turn. So that really doesn't help at all. Oh yeah, it's wild like that, burning out, but when does it stop? That's funny, it wasn't doing that before. So then, in this game, it's true that when you start spinning the tires, it's really hard to get the grip back. Unlike other games, it won't return on its own. Here, if you don't give a little tap on the accelerator, or rather, let off the gas a little, it's really hard to get the grip back. On the other hand, it really goes fast. 280 here, and we still had a bit of room, because honestly, with the braking, we could have gone even faster than that. It's completely outrageous, and it's pretty funny. Let's not kid ourselves, we're going to get a good lap time, right? Honestly, it's pretty unbelievable. Just so you know, this isn't the only K car we can swap. Not too long ago, they added the possibility to install a Civic engine on the Honda S660, which is in the same car category. From what I recall, it's less fun to play than this, mainly because the rotary engine here is actually pretty fun. Let's still try something. Let's test this car in a straight line to see if we can hit some good top speeds. Also, you never know, because of its aerodynamics or for different reasons. It might be complete trash. One of the likely problems we're going to run into is that a 5-speed gearbox isn't much when it comes to hitting top speed. It's a bit restrictive. Listen, we'll see how it goes. We might adjust the settings later, but out of curiosity, I want to test it like this. Here, we have really long gearing, so it's obviously going to feel weird. But, wow, does it accelerate? It's still impressive, and I don't feel like it's struggling at all to pick up speed. Also, I admit, we've got the slipstream. We've got the nitro too. It's broken. It's not bad, this thing. In my opinion, 400 is easy to hit. We've got it. I think we can get much more than that. But what is this? What is this stupid swap again? But 400. Go back up. It's not bad, but I think we can do better. Now we're moving into the main topic with the slipstream from the others. It's a shame we couldn't optimize the descent. Failing to optimize with the descent doesn't mean we can't optimize at all. I think 430 is really the limit. That's already pretty good for a Daihatsu that originally had 60 horsepower. Even with a great setup, 450 still seems very difficult to me. Anyway, it's still fun to test this thing out. It's actually a really good car, even with the swap. Well, it does become harder to drive, but you can imagine that with a power restriction and an intermediate tune around 350 horsepower, it could really be an incredible monster for farming. The Suzukas, the Tsukubas, all those kinds of tracks focused on acceleration out of corners, like we said. It's a monster. Here's the Daihatsu Copen, which is very affordable. I forgot to mention, it costs $18,000. And then, well, after that, we put quite a few upgrades into it. That means we had to spend $40,000 for the looks. Well, not just for the looks, for the aero. The swap was $200,000 and the parts were another $150,000 or $200,000. So basically, it's a budget of $700, what am I saying? Between $600 and $700. Maybe even slightly less. That still gives us a high-performing car overall. But as usual with swaps, it's rarely worth it. And we could easily find cars in that price range that would be much more competitive. So yeah, it's a little swap for the sake of it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Your support during live streams always makes me happy. You can also use my instant gaming link, which will be under this video, and it lets you buy your games for less. It also gives a little support to my channel for free. On that note, I'll stop here. I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Maybe some Gran Turismo 7, maybe something else. See you very soon. Bye.